Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're back with another episode of the Hypotheticast, a podcast that we are recording now on microphones for you to listen to.
Should we do an episode?
My name is Mike.
Hi, my name's David.
Hi, my name is Emily.
Hi, my name
All
is Emily.
right. How's everyone doing?
Doing all right.
I'm okay. I have a lot of energy, but it's not necessarily like good energy. I just
What kind of energy
have a
is
lot
it?
of it. Like I'm like kind of vibrating, which is not wrong, but it's not like I feel great. I'm not sitting here going, oh yeah, basking in it.
Is it like stir crazy?
I think stir crazy is exactly what I feel. Maybe not in like an intense way, but like stir. What's less than crazy? Stir bothered. Like
Stir bothered.
Stir disturbed.
When's the last time you went further than our porch outside?
Thursday. Last Thursday, I did deliveries for my mom. Wednesday or Thursday. When was that?
A little less than a week ago.
No, I've been in here.
I haven't driven or ridden in a car in like 3 weeks.
Whoa, really? Oh my God, that's exciting.
Is it?
Have you gone for like a walk?
Yes, I've gone for walks.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought we talked about this weekend. We were like, maybe we should just go for a drive someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday. Do you remember what cars are like? Do you remember what it's like to sit in one and go fast?
God, yeah. I do. I don't really love driving, but I do kind of miss like being not here.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense to me. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that about sums it up. Going on walks is helpful. You know, I know logically this isn't going to be the rest of our lives, but it is kind of amazing how much time changes when you don't leave. Time feels, even more so than like after I just had a baby, time feels absurd. And I think that's because I'm trying to observe it, but it's also it feels so different.
Do you mark the days? Do you like wake up and sing the Monday song? Or
I do a little hash mark on the wall next to my bed.
So what that means to me is when I was a kid, I would go to McDonald's a lot and I would get hash browns and I would wipe them on the wall with the grease. Is that what a hash mark is?
Why did you do that,
To
David?
make hash marks. Somebody told me I should.
Them.
Oh, I ate them after that.
Okay, good.
I got them all spicy.
What do you think a hashtag is?
That's like when you buy the hash brown, but it's in a kind of like market, like at IKEA, and there's a little tag that says how much it costs.
And you throw it at your friends to try to catch them.
Yeah.
And you're it.
Right.
If you can
Hashtag
get my hash
is its own
browns.
thing. You throw
Yeah.
marijuana at people. That's a different thing.
Let's get into the episode proper. We have a new thing we're going to try today. It is based on an activity that I kind of enjoyed as a child. This is from
Kind of enjoyed.
I'll let you speculate for a while what that could be. It's actually from a box of cards called Dark Stories. But basically these are just logic problems, or I had a book as a child called Lateral Thinking Puzzles. Mm-hmm. And it was about half riddles and puzzles. And then it was a bunch of these stories where it was like, you know, a man is dead in a field and he has a backpack on and what happened. And I was always enraged by them because I was like, I would look at the answers and be like, how am I supposed to know that? And I didn't really realize until later, you're really supposed to be asking a bunch of yes or no questions. Like when you're playing 20 questions, you want to eliminate, you know, animal, vegetable, miracle, or whatever. So you got to be able to know
is
which
it
of
an
those
animal,
things it is.
vegetable, or a miracle?
That's the first thing you have to eliminate.
Is it a novel?
So we're going to play, and there happens to be an app called Dark Stories. So free advertising for them. So I'll pick one here, and then you two can ask me questions, yes or no only, and I will answer them, and you have to guess what happened.
What if you don't know the answer? Can you say like, I'm not sure, or that doesn't apply, or something like that?
Yes, I can say that. So I lied already.
You lied. Oh, I can't trust you.
Yeah. Dark Stories. So here's the story. It's called A Glass of Water.
Oh, that sounds like a good story.
And this is a pretty easy one, so you may already know it, but we'll see.
Drink it.
A man walks into a bar and asks for a glass of water. The waiter pulls out a gun from under the bar and points it at the man's head. Then the man says thank you to the waiter and leaves the bar. What happened?
What?
Did you just say that was easy?
You thought I would know this? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this like a classic one?
Yeah, it's a classic one. All right, I'm going to read it again, and then you both can ask questions.
Okay.
A man walks into a bar and asks for a glass of water. The waiter pulls out a gun from under the bar and points it at the man's head. Then the man says thank you to the waiter and leaves the bar.
Question. Was glass of water code for something?
No.
Okay.
Did they know each other?
The man and the waiter, they did not.
Did the waiter have glass of water engraved on the side of his gun, like in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, where they had sword engraved on the side of his gun?
So you think he just wanted to see the guy's gun that was named glass
he said,
of
can
water?
I see glass of water? Can I have glass of water?
That's some good lateral thinking, but that is not correct.
God.
Was anything on fire?
That's
No.
it. You know what? We're going to ask that one every puzzle.
Was anything? That's a good question to ask about any story that someone tells you. No, there was nothing on fire.
Was this a regular restaurant?
Yes.
Was the gun loaded?
Yes. It doesn't say here, but it's a normal gun. So I'm going to say, yeah, it was loaded.
Was there anyone else in the restaurant?
Irrelevant.
Okay, doesn't matter.
I'll say irrelevant.
Yeah, I like that
doesn't
one.
matter.
Irrelevant.
Is it wait? This is not one of the yes or no questions. It's just clarifying. Is it a
I'm
waiter?
not counting.
Waiter or a bartender?
Well,
it's a good. That's a good question.
It says waiter, but really, I feel like a bartender makes more sense given the premise.
Yeah, let's go with bartender. I like that more.
Because it says he goes into a bar, but then it says waiter for the noun. So
yeah, bars have waiters.
But the waiter is playing the role of a bartender in the story. So really, they're interchangeable, I guess.
Is the waiter's specific profession at this restaurant important?
The waiter is picking up a shift for the bartender who's out sick.
Is it a bar back or a bartender? Okay, go ahead, Emily.
It's a dishwasher.
Oh my God, that changes everything.
He's finally got his Chanch.
Was the waiter trying to threaten the guy?
No.
Did the person going into the bar, it's a bar, did the person going into the bar actually want a glass of water?
Yes.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you say he aims the gun at him?
Yes. So he says the waiter / bartender pulls out a gun from under the bar, points it at the man's head. Then the man says thank you to the waiter and leaves the bar.
Is it a water gun?
No.
That's a good guess. Oh, I like
Thank
that.
you.
That's fun. They left out the part where he
some water in his mouth.
In his mouth. Yeah,
it's fun. A novelty bar.
It's like a
they
hibachi.
squirt all the drinks into your mouth.
They squirt that oil at you. It's nasty.
It's a social distancing bar. Ugh. They just spray it into your mouth from far.
Okay, yeah. Quick pause. Have you ever been to those restaurants where they like cut up all the stuff real fancy and they squirt stuff into your mouth?
No.
Wait, is that real?
That's real. It's like where you all sit around a table and the guy in the middle is like doing fancy tricks with onions and stuff. It's like a hibachi style or something.
Oh, it's like Tommy knockers?
I don't know, but they do a lot of like throwing and they like, it's very interactive and I hate it.
I've seen them on TV shows and movies, but I've never been to one.
It made me so uncomfortable. I never want to go there. If you're listening right now and you're thinking about inviting me to one of those, please do not. It made me so uncomfortable.
They look awful.
I felt peer pressured the entire time.
What's the most famous one?
It's the one that Michael Scott.
Benihana.
Yeah,
yes, Benihana. Michael Scott loves it.
Michael Scott, of course he does.
Tommy Knockers is not correct. That's a Stephen King book.
Like Tommy Knockers. My favorite restaurant.
I would love it if there's a bar called Tommy Knockers. I mean, it definitely sounds like Hooters, but like...
Was this bar called Tommy Knockers?
Yes, although irrelevant to this.
But it is now. Oh, that's good.
That wasn't in the initial premise, but
that's okay.
It's expanded.
Does the bartender give him a glass of water?
No.
Was the man that came into the bar afraid of the gun?
Yeah, he was.
Did the man have a sign?
No.
That said, point a gun at me, please. When I say, give me a
honestly,
glass of water,
that's
you
not
point
a
gun
bad
at me.
question, but he was not. There was no sign.
I was thinking that maybe the sign said, like, give me, empty out your cash register.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a good guess, but no, that is not what happened.
Again, to clarify, the man came into the bar looking
Yep.
for a glass of water.
The man walks into the bar, asks for a glass of water.
That is actually what he wanted.
Yep.
Is the man's thank you genuine?
Yes.
He loves it.
He loves it.
But glass of water is not code for anything.
No.
Yeah, this is why these puzzles are so aggravating. I love it. It's honestly very fun.
There are some aspects of the scenario that you have not uncovered.
Okay.
I think you probably realize.
Was there a water shortage?
No, there was not a water shortage.
A drought. That's what that's called.
Why would that make him say thank you? Like, oh, thanks for not giving me water.
Like, he was just testing him.
Gun. There's no bad questions. Well, no, there are probably, that's not the case. There's not a water shortage.
Was anything else said in this exchange?
No.
And it is irrelevant that there were or were not other people in the bar. That does not matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Was there a glass of water that the bartender could have given the man?
Yes, he could have. He could have. Yeah.
Does the location of this bar matter?
No. Good question, but no.
Does the age of either of the characters in the story matter? Okay.
Nope.
I thought maybe if it was
Doesn't
like
matter.
kids or something, maybe it would just be like, they were kids, they were playing.
They're just playing bartender like you used to do when you were kids.
Yeah.
Let's play bartender.
Oh, that's my favorite game. I love putting salt on the little rims of the lemonade stand. Oh, I love that shit.
Was the guy alone?
Yes. He was not accompanied by anyone.
Was the bartender angry that the man asked the question about water? No.
He was not angry. Nope.
Was holding the gun to his head, aiming the gun at his head, a response to his request for water?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good question.
Yes.
Could have just been independent.
Yeah, there was a reason for it.
Why would he say thank you? But it's a gun. Guns are bad.
Guns are
hurt
bad.
you. They're not like water. Water helps you, but a gun does not help you.
No. Except in this case,
Water
apparently
bullets.
it does.
Why? How? What? David?
What?
David.
You're gonna ask David questions?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes.
You know what?
I'm
gonna
trying to
mute,
get David.
Emily.
I'm trying to get David's brain to work the way I want it to work.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
David.
What about your own
You and every
brain?
partner I've ever had. Wow.
Well, no
wow.
one's here to help my brain work
I
better.
know,
So,
I know.
David,
I'm
you
just
could do
kidding.
this back to me. But I just want to say, David, what is a situation in which having a gun pointed at your head
Is what you want.
is it a movie set?
Nope, it's not a movie set.
What's the situation in which you would want a loaded gun pointed at your head?
If there were something on top of my head that would be scared away by a loaded gun. Mike, was the man wearing a bird on top of his head?
No,
I thought I had
that's a different joke.
Emily coached me into that question. She told me to say that one. Sorry, I put you in the other room for a second, but Emily coached me and she told me to say it.
I liked your discussion.
Okay.
There was no bird on the man's
Now, Emily,
head, though.
I need you to think the way I want you to think now. What are other animals that he could have had on top of his head? Because we have to list them.
That's
now.
a line of questioning
the thing
you
is,
should
we have to
follow.
list them. That's how these work. We have to just list animals. Yeah, that's the question. Why would that be good? Why would a person say, a gun was pointed at me? Cool.
Was the thank you because he got the gun pointed at him?
Yeah.
Was the thank you sincere?
Yeah, I already asked that. He said yeah.
Yeah.
Did something else happen between those two things?
Yeah. There's something that happens. Yeah.
Something that happened after the guy asked for a glass of water and before the gun got pointed at him?
No.
Does the thing happen after the gun gets pointed at him and before the guy says thank you?
The thing happens after the gun and before the thank you, yes.
Does the man have a weird machine that's hooked up to his heart rate that produces the item that he desires most in the world, but only if he gets scared?
I like how inventive you're being, but that is not the case in this particular scenario. Actually, in the instructions for this game, it says no matter what the players insist, you as the game master are correct, and the only response that is correct is the one on the card.
Awesome.
So you could write we could do a whole anthology of short stories based on this premise.
Yeah.
And that one I would read, David. That's a good premise, but that's not what happened here.
Scare me, he says on Craigslist every day. Please scare me. Nothing terrifies me anymore.
Something happens after the gun gets pointed at his head and before he says thank you.
Yep.
Was this bar peculiar or was it a regular bar?
It's a regular bar.
It's not like it has some weird, like the servers are really rude to you and that's why you go there. Like they pull guns on you and threaten your life.
No, it's not. It's not
So
that. Like the bad
bar.
waitress, the deadly waitress.
Was the bartender planning to pull the trigger?
No.
Did the man know that the bartender was not going to pull the trigger?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, David, you were getting really close with your the crazy machine theory.
What?
Actually, there's no crazy machine, but Emily, and you're getting there too with thinking about what sort of thing may have occurred right after this gun gets pulled. And you were saying to each other, what's something that someone who just wants a glass of water at a bar and then they get a gun pulled on them, what's something that might have, like, why would those two things be related? Like,
Was there a crime being committed?
there was no crime.
I know. What was the bar's method of serving water to point a gun at the person that's next for water? And it was like,
No.
You're up, bud. It's your turn for water.
No, the
Maybe
man
that's
did not
what it
actually
was.
end up getting a glass of water, remember?
Oh, right. He doesn't.
He left. He said thank you
He
and
did
left.
say thank you and left without a glass of water.
Do you want a hint?
I desperately
Yes.
want
Otherwise,
to
this is going to be our whole podcast.
Yeah, it's just going to be this riddle, is it?
Yes, a hint, please, sir.
So, the man that walked into the bar, there was a certain condition that was happening with him.
Yeah, he had a machine hooked up to him that when he
No,
gets
it was
scared,
not a
it makes him have a
machine.
glass of water.
A condition? Like a medical condition?
What is maybe a medical condition?
I mean,
Was he short?
no, it's not that he was
I'm
short.
trying to think of things that you might think might
Was
be
he
a medical
possessed by
condition.
a demon?
Yep, and the gun was a demon scaring gun. No, he wasn't possessed by a
That's
demon.
good. That's an animal I didn't think of when I guessed the head thing. A demon.
He had a condition. What?
Was he allergic to water?
No, he wasn't.
Was he addicted to water?
No,
Because he was
No.
like, "Oh, give me a glass," and the guy was like, "You get out of here." Was he banned from the bar? Was that his condition?
no, he wasn't banned.
That he was mean.
He wasn't banned.
Sure he wasn't on fire?
Are you sure he wasn't on fire?
Did he have a fever?
No, no. not
Was
a
he sick?
fever.
Condition that he could have.
Not sick. No.
Did the gun have a good effect on the man?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a syringe filled with water?
Nope.
Was it like a? Was it?
I know what it is.
What?
I know what it is.
Emily.
He had the hiccups.
Yep. He had the hiccups,
Holy
and
shit!
the gun scared him, and the hiccups went
Yep.
away.
Yep. So he didn't need the water
Yay.
anymore.
All right, that's it for the hypotheticast,
Oh my
everybody.
God.
Good night.
Oh my god! Oh, I love that. I actually.
Oh my
I
gosh, that was
genuinely
so
love that. I feel really
satisfying.
good about it.
Good.
I have a follow-up question though.
Yes, David.
He didn't. Did he say he had the hiccups? Because otherwise, that bartender was just
Well,
like having
here's
a
the
day.
thing. But the man, like, it would have been obvious. He would have been hiccuping.
Right.
So the
He doesn't have
bartender
to
thought,
say.
what better thing to do than threaten this
Right.
person's life?
Honestly,
actual
I
gun?
would not be grateful. I would be so pissed.
It's probably a hole in the wall bar where people are just used to having guns drawn on them, I
yeah.
guess.
I guess, yeah.
I love it. I love that shit.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go
All
next?
right, you want to pass the torch to me? I'll do it.
Yeah, David, you pick one out.
Okay, I'm going to pick the next one that's easy. It's called something really uplifting. It's called
Okay.
Jumping from a 6th Floor.
Oh, great. Okay.
Wee. This dark story is called Jumping from a 6th Floor. The story goes, a woman jumps from a windowsill on a 6th floor. However, she is not injured in any way.
Is she jumping back into the room?
And you've solved the riddle.
Yay! That one was easy.
That's a lot more straightforward than the last one we did.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
That one was more of a riddle too.
Yeah, that is
the other one's not really a riddle. It's like a scenario you have to fill in the blanks with.
The solution is more. It has to be dark, so I have to read the solution. The woman was about to commit suicide, but she changed her mind at the last minute and decided to jump back into her apartment.
That's not really a jump, though, is it? Like,
maybe she jumped for joy because she was like, "I live."
Good. I'm glad that she lives.
Yeah, me too.
Emily, do you want to pick one out?
I do. I'm going to pick one from this batch number 2.
Yeah,
all right.
poop batch.
This one's called "There's Light."
Great.
That sounds hopeful.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you guys ready?
I want to guess what it is without you reading it.
Yeah, me too.
It's a subway train that hits them.
It's a hole poked in the top of a leaf.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Roger sees the light and he becomes paralyzed. Soon after that, he dies.
I mean, Mike might be right. It might be a subway.
I know. I told you. I've read a lot of these.
Is it a subway, Emily? If it's a subway, you have to tell us.
No.
Is he on train tracks?
No.
He's not.
Does the light kill him?
No.
Is the light moving towards him?
Yes.
Okay.
And he is Wait, what's the person's name?
Roger.
Is Roger a human being?
No.
Yes. Oh, Mike, I set it up. Spike it.
Is Roger a deer?
No.
Oh.
No, it was a hole in the top of a leaf. I told you. No, is Roger is Roger an animal crossing a road?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what animal is he, Mike?
A dog. Is Roger a dog?
No.
Is Roger a possum?
No.
Does it matter what kind of
we have to figure it out, David. Is Roger a four-legged beast?
Yes.
Does Roger have a long tail?
No.
Does Roger have a cute little stub tail?
Yeah.
I love Roger. Can I get a Roger? That's my question. I want one.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Is Roger a bear?
No.
Is Roger a moose?
No.
What crosses
Is Roger a puma?
No.
Is Roger a cat?
No.
Oh my God.
Roger a turtle?
No.
Is Roger a raccoon?
No.
God.
Does Roger have fur?
Yes.
Is Roger a wolf?
No.
Is Roger a cougar?
No.
This is fun. I'm having fun.
I like that this is the part we're stuck on.
It's not
What kind of
legitimately
animal?
hard. Why would it not be a deer? Wait, okay. So hold on. Read the thing again.
Rabbit. Roger Rabbit. It's Roger Rabbit.
Of course it's Roger Rabbit.
Is it the cartoon Roger Rabbit died? That's how he died?
That's how he died. Who killed him?
Who
It was a
named him
car. A
Roger?
car killed Roger
okay,
Rabbit.
can one of you say the whole thing that happened?
Okay, I mean, there's a rabbit somehow named Roger that sees a car coming and is enraptured by the lights and gets squashed by the car.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Is there more to it than that?
Roger was a rabbit that escaped from the house where he lived.
Okay.
We didn't get that part. You shouldn't
It's
have
like-
told us.
He was crossing the road at night when the lights of a car blinded him. The driver did not see him and ran him over.
Aw.
Okay.
That's just sad.
Why did they
Yeah.
say that? I mean, it's a dark story.
The way that they tell it too, like maybe he lives in the house on his own. Like
I think he does.
Like Peter Cottontail.
That's his
I
home.
know.
That guy was wearing jeans and a
I
dress
mean,
shirt.
I think, was that just their way of explaining why a rabbit had a name? Because
I
how do
think
they
so.
know that
Yeah.
all rabbits don't have names?
They would be in rabbit language.
This is
though.
my cousin
Yeah.
Nose Twitch. I guess they scream too. Have you seen that? Ugh.
Yeah.
Nasty.
These kind of make me angry, but also I feel like the only thing I want to do for the rest of the night is play these games.
No, that's the power of these. Do you want to, Mike,
Yeah.
want to do another one?
Okay, this one is another green one from that first batch.
Okay.
It is called Splish Splash.
Oh, yes. Wait. My guess is that it is about me taking a shower.
Nope, it's not. Good guess,
Damn
though.
it.
Let me read it now. Emily, do you want to guess before
Yeah,
I
I
read it?
do. I do. It's about a rubber duck witnessing a murder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
good.
got it, actually.
That's good.
Witness Roger Rabbit's murder. Dinky the duck saw Roger Rabbit murdered. Okay, now here's what it really is. Let's get serious now,
Yeah,
everyone.
please.
Tim is sailing his boat when his watch falls overboard. He is a great diver. However, he does not manage to retrieve the watch.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. He doesn't manage to retrieve the watch.
We gotta ask. We gotta ask the question on everybody's mind. Is anything on fire?
No, nothing's on fire.
Okay,
good question, though.
Hold on. The whole thing is that Tim is a good diver. He's on a boat. His wash falls out, but he doesn't get it. He can't find it.
Well, he just doesn't.
He does not manage to retrieve the watch.
Yeah, because like the water was dark and it was a big lake and he was moving. And
no, that's a good solution.
Are you asking a question or?
It's just like that's not an improbable.
It seems pretty
it's not
likely.
an improbable
actually,
situation.
This
That's
could
like a
happen to
very
someone.
just like okay, yeah, I guess he didn't find it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will say that you're right. This is probably one of the weaker dark stories. It's not as satisfying an answer as the hiccups.
You just reminded me of the name of the game that we're playing.
Yep.
Did Tim live?
Yes, Tim's alive.
That was going to be my first question.
I thought he died at the bottom of the lake. That would have been good.
Is it Tiny Tim?
It's Tiny Tim. Irrelevant, but yes.
I don't think Tiny Tim qualifies as a great diver, but maybe I'm wrong.
You don't know.
I don't know. I think he's also not a ship's captain, as far as I can tell.
He's buried. What if
he gets very good at diving?
Maybe he is. You're right.
It may or may not be Tiny Tim.
It could be. It's irrelevant. It could be Tiny Tim.
Are you all thinking of Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol?
Absolutely.
Or the guy that sang Tiptoe Through the Tulips?
No, I'm thinking of Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
Oh, because I was thinking of the other guy.
Specifically from Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Because I love that little guy with his, he's so cute.
He's cute.
Because Tiny Tim, who sang Tiptoe Through the Tulips, is buried in Minneapolis.
And is a great diver.
Yeah, he is.
Man.
And so is Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
Does the watch get eaten by an animal?
No.
Wait, is his watch an actual watch?
Yes.
Is Tim a rubber duck in a bathtub?
No, you really wanted a rubber duck to be involved.
Is Tim a human being?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just got to clear that up.
Because Splish Splash reminds me of Splish Splash. I was taking a bath, which I guess reminds me of rubber ducks.
Yeah, I get it. No, there's it's not a rubber duck in a bathtub.
Can you say the beginning again? He was driving a boat?
Yeah. Tim is sailing his boat when his watch falls overboard. He is a great diver. However, he does not manage to retrieve the watch.
Was it nighttime?
No.
Was there a bottom to the water that he was sailing in?
Every water has a bottom, David.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yes.
Was it too deep for him to get? Like, that seems like an easy one.
No.
If that's the answer, then this riddle sucks.
He's on the Mariana Trench.
Great. Cool.
But honestly, based on what Emily said earlier, like that could just be the answer.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the answer to this one.
Okay.
It's not dark. The water's not too deep.
Was the boat a regular boat?
Yes, a regular boat. Yeah.
Was there something wrong with the watch?
No.
Was there something unique about the watch?
No.
Did he throw the watch over on purpose?
No.
I thought maybe he was like, my grandma gave me this, and I hate my grandma.
Also a valid premise, but no, not in this case.
I love that premise.
Did we already clarify that he's a human?
Yes, Tim's a human man.
The watch didn't get eaten.
Nope.
Did it get found by something or someone else first?
Nope.
Does Tim make a dive attempt?
It doesn't say, but given what's implied, I would say that yes, he probably does.
Okay. What season is it? Is it winter?
No.
It's like, maybe it's too cold. Maybe he'd die.
Does he have to go to bed?
Yes, it's bedtime. He can't get his watch because it's bedtime.
He doesn't even know what time it is, so he thinks, it's better safe than sorry. Better hit the hay. Can't rescue my watch when it might be 9 o'clock.
No, it's not bedtime.
Who knows what time
it's
it is?
It's not bedtime.
Who knows what time it is? Not me. Time to sleep.
That's not the case.
Oh no.
Did the watch actually not go overboard and instead it just fell in a different part of the boat?
Oh no.
No, it did go overboard.
It jumped back into the apartment.
Overboard. Yeah, the water was the boat.
Yeah.
It fell overboard into the
water
boat.
was the boat. Tim was driving a lake across a boat. What could it be? Tim, you dog. How dare you, Tim?
Did Tim hit his head on the boat on his dive in?
I still say he died.
No, Tim is not dead or in a coma or dreaming or anything like that.
Was there anybody else there?
No.
Did Tim want the watch back?
He sure did.
No, I sure did. Dang.
Did he give up?
Yes.
Oh, good question. Yes.
Is the watch still in the water?
To this day, it remains at the bottom of this body of water.
Was there a shark?
No, there's no shark.
See,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think this place has sharks. I'm not sure. I don't think it does, though.
Okay.
Oh, so the location matters.
Oh, Mike's showing his hand, baby. All right.
Well, I also don't want us to spend too much time on this one because
Yeah,
I
that's
still
fair.
think it's pretty dumb. Yes, the location is important.
Now we need to figure out. Let's have a little conference. Mike, close your ears. You can't hear. Emily, now we need to figure out why he would have left. Like, what's his motivation? Because he tried. It's not that it's a trick. He tried to get his watch and he couldn't.
What are locations that he would not want to spend time in the water?
Yeah, right. In the water or on the lake anymore. Maybe the lake closed or something. You know, maybe they were like, no, get out of here. It's past your bedtime, Tim.
The lake is closed.
Maybe his mom said it was past his bedtime. The lake is closed. Was the lake closed?
No, the lake wasn't closed. It's not. It's
Is
the
it a
body
lake?
of water. The body of water was. It's not a lake. No.
Is it a river?
Nope.
Is it an ocean?
Yeah, part of one.
Is it a sea?
Yes, it's a sea.
Wait, is it the salt one? Is it that one with salt in it?
The salt
Yes,
sea.
it's the salt sea, also known as
The Dead Sea.
Yes,
the salt
it's
one.
the Dead Sea.
The salt one.
It's the Dead Sea.
Oh my
the
God,
salt
it's the
one.
Dead Sea.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's fun.
So why can't he get his watch?
Because it's sitting on top and he's like, it looks so nice there, I'll just leave.
Yep.
Because it's hard to dive deep because you float in the salt sea.
This is what it says.
It could be that he likes the way it looks on top.
It's the solution says Tim was sailing on the Dead Sea. Due to the high salt concentration, he couldn't dive deep enough to get his watch back.
Also,
That's it.
there was a shark that ate it too.
And there was a shark, and it was his bedtime.
And it was past his bedtime. He had to sleep.
Did you guess before we did?
I bet most of them did.
Probably, especially that first one.
Oh my
You
God.
guys are smart.
Apparently that's a classic. I don't know.
It was. I feel like that's the first one in all the logic puzzle books my mom bought me to keep me busy.
I just never had
That was
those.
the first one.
Yeah, I didn't have them either.
I guess you probably had better hobbies.
No, we just weren't very smart. Our parents were like, he couldn't handle this.
I couldn't.
This is too
handle it.
advanced for little David.
I do really want to write our own.
Yeah,
we
we
should
could.
wait our own.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
we'll
honestly
do that
should.
next time.
Okay.
Mike, can you make one up for us as a no questions?
Oh God, we can't. It'll take too long. You can only ask
No,
one.
we won't ask you any questions. Just say something.
Or we can have people write in with their guesses.
I'll use another one from here.
Ooh, okay. Maybe we can solve it later.
I won't make it up because I don't trust myself to make one up, even though these aren't all that good either.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just read. I got one. So, do we want to say thanks? Okay, thanks. Here's our last one, and there will be no follow-ups.
This is no questions asked, baby. Let's go.
No questions asked. We'll reveal the answer in our next episode. So you have to listen to the next episode.
Can David and I just make up a quick answer?
Yeah. Okay. This one is called Lost. Jack goes on a trip with his compass. After a long walk, he stops to eat a sandwich. He is not able to find his way back afterwards. That's it.
He accidentally swallowed his compass.
Sandwich was poisoned.
You'll find out the real answer next time.
Bye.
Okay, bye, friends.
I'm marching, cause I'm gonna
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
Damn, I'm going to play this with Tanner for the rest of the week.
Remember the one that I made up for you and Grace and at that bus stop? Remember?
When we went on our escape room trip to New Orleans and we were waiting and we were using these to kill some time. So
And I made one up about 2 crows and a knife.
yeah, I don't.
Ooh.
It sucked. It was really bad. It was like that one of the crows had dared the other crow to lick the knife and that one of them had actually poisoned the knife without the other one knowing. It was like this really complicated scenario.
You know,